Hey there. Long time no hear, huh? I'm just wondering to myself. This is my my editor, by the way. Well, actually, you won't have noticed much change. You'll notice that I have added uh, the decimal equivalent for these D word things here, and I made the date and time strings made those smaller, like that, more compact. I've written it, um, well, obviously month, day, year. Okay? Uh, I think that this. Let me see. Yeah, that's the way I normally write it, month, day, year. For my birthday, I always say 10/19/66. Month 10, day 19. Okay, so anyway, that's standard. This here device. Now, I don't think HID means hidden. I think it stands for Human Interface Device. See, as it says here. Actually, it wouldn't normally say that. It would. Hang on a second. I just messed something up here. I just made a change. I forgot to open the key. Open. With read only. Let's see now. That would have come into here. Now, normally, I pass the string in. I still pass it in. Let's see. But there's this problem with always this problem with the default item, right? The default item, which sometimes exists and sometimes isn't, but always has a spot. See, this may not exist, and that throws the indices off by 1. So now if I double click on this, item, string, okay, that's the right name, and this here is the part in brackets is what really is there, and the other part is what's at, in this DLL at position 101. So now let me see. I just wrote this here function. This is probably the one that's serving. No. Return the info. So I take item and I subtract the number of subkeys to get its position in terms of not including subkeys, which are also listed. Name. The name. So the name passed in is display name, that's correct. Entry name R opened is the key, which should have a key. It doesn't. It has no OIC. No, but it's been opened up here. Reading or writing. Oh, these must have both failed. Go back. False for read only. This didn't pop up. I'm passing it in by reference. This was working a minute ago. Let's get out of this function. Gosh darn it. How come that? That shouldn't have affected the step. Maybe I hadn't stepped in far enough. Notice how I've changed the display on the bottom. Now the reason it's saying please wait still is okay. If it's still doing something, but you can go in and do things even if the searching thread is active. Now, oops, Control Tab. Let's see, it's going to end up in here. Now this here gets an item of this type, which is not a registry item. It's just a registry path essentially. Now you can't tell what its name or anything is. It's if you see this, if you watch this function, path does this walk through until there's no more parent, or until the name is empty. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but it's there just in case. So that's that, see, and then I go to the next parent, add, and keep adding until I get to here, which starts with a slash, but I'm trimming it off here. Why am I trimming it off? Because I'm going to add it. This thing adds that slash back on. System / control set 3. I think I'm probably the only person in the world that has a control set 3. If not exists. Now this doesn't open the key. It opens it temporarily and closes it. PF is a flag to be if a pointer is passed in, that means I want to know not only if it exists, but is it read only. That's not true. Now I check to see if it is open. That just means that this is not null. The H key is not null, which we can't see. But was open is false. If was open, I'm going to close it. Why is that? Okay, anyway. That's false, so I'm not going to close it. Right, oh I see, I want to try to open it for writing. Close it. Can we write true? Okay. The last error, no error. Can read if we can write, or open for reading. So that's true. If that was false, then this failed, and then it would be open again. If can write, true, and was open, false. That's not true. If we can read, but we can't write, Can read but can't write. We can read and write. If it was not open, then we got to return it to its closed state. Close it, and we return at least minimally. If we can read, then it exists. Okay. If it's read only, no. So open for writing. Now this should have a valid key. Oh, I know, it's not this one that's complaining about. This has a key. 168. Okay, now we've got the data. You remember seeing that. Come in here. Okay. Now this is an open key. No, it's not. It got closed probably during this query key. And I just added this code. Close if no. A struct that it's supposed to close the key if it's supposed to be closed. And that's obviously not working. It takes a reference to a key. In this case, it has a value. And on the destructor, be to it means to close, and that will be true when there's no key value. That sounds correct. So I can put a breakpoint here. Now, because it's on one line, I gotta step enough into it. There we go. It didn't call close, and that's correct. I should put these on separate lines. So it's finally debugged. Oh, see? There. There's the bug. Because I put it on separate lines, I found the bug. I was always setting the key to null. Okay, well that explains that. Now the question is, I've just set the startup value for that human interface device server to 4, which is not to start up. And if I reboot, and that's one of the ones that's required, then I'm going to have to go back to square 0. So I might as well record this video before I reboot and set up my internet and upload it before I do that. Now what I wanted to show you was, well, you already saw it now. If I click, right, if I hit cancel now, it's going to return this to what it normally is. That's a bug, but actually it's kind of a good bug because it lets you see what things would look like. Would look like if it wasn't dereferencing these values, right? This is what you'd see. It doesn't tell you much, but now this tells you something. It's quite a long description too. Generic access, input access to human interface devices, which activates and maintains the use of predefined hot buttons on keyboards, remote controls, and other multimedia devices. Now, I don't need that. If that's all it is, this service is stopped. The buttons controlled by this service will no longer function. Great. If the service is disabled, anything that explicitly depends on it will fail to start. Now I would have to search, but I haven't completed my search feature. I can only search for one thing, because I wanted to find this key again under here. It's just going. This is my test. It's going to search for an OR character, like a bar. Because I wanted to find this key and I couldn't find it. A whole slew of them. Because the key names are paths, and you can't put a backslash character in a key name. You can put a forward slash, anything but backslash. Why didn't you find it? Oh, it's software, I think, maybe. If it is searching for the right thing. Run check. Pretty sure I didn't change it. Please wait. It should say searching. Please wait. Whatever. It will find it. See, I just ran across it by accident. You wouldn't believe the stuff that's in this registry. It's incredible. And notice these dates. Yes, I don't believe happened. 18th, today's the 21st. Nothing's been updated today. I don't believe that. And one of the things I noticed, because of my paranoia, is found it, I think. No? It's on my telephone, my cell phone. I'm pretty sure I only have one phone provider service, but for some reason it's showing two network connections on my phone. And I don't think it ever did before. I should probably turn it off. Yeah, it's showing two. I hope I turned the mic on. I'm going to turn it off just in case. How's the temperature? It's getting warm. I'm going to pause this. Oh, wait a minute. I think it found it finally. It's much faster without the recorder. It's found it, but now in order to get there, it has to build everything necessary. All of the branches up to there. I don't know how regedit gets around that. I mean, it must be, because this class, for instance, has nearly 10,000 entries. It's only building one level. Here it is finally. You see these? These are paths. It all has to do with this Microsoft shared VSA stuff. And all of these strings, well, actually they're string lists, but they only contain one entry, are like part scrambled and part not scrambled. VS7 standard is obviously, I think these characters are not scrambled and everything else is. And it's a familiar looking scramble. And the last one is called global. And it's got all of this stuff. And each of these is a multi-string thing, and usually, except for one exception, I think, maybe more than one, containing only one string. One of them had two that I found. I think. Make it, stretch it out a bit. There's a bug here. I'm not returning the focus properly. It should be done. Oh, I'm not setting the parent properly. This is the, oh, here it is. This one has two, and that's zip, Visual Studio zip. I remember the event log said that some of the zip files didn't contain their original, they'd been modified. My guess is if these here maybe point to files, one of them is the original maybe and one is the modified. Maybe. Who knows? I'm also maintaining a most recently used list, but I'm not putting it in here yet. But it's being stored into a file because here it is. Well, it's a registry thing, so I don't want to store it in a registry. It's going to mess up my registry. What I want to do is, you see these items on the tree can have icons. They have icons, right? And what I'd like to do is, based on the last modification, I'd like to change the color of the icon. So if something was just recently updated, right, it's supposed to propagate all the way up. Its color would be, let's say, red. If something is like years ago, it would be this normal color. And if it was, let's say, weeks ago, there's an earliest date for all of these things, which is supposed to be the date for the operating system was released, approximately something in 2009. These ones this double click would work, but it's record. See, I got there by pressing enter. Press enter or double click usually works. Now it's filling up. Well, it does fill up. I'll show you how many keys there are. Okay, 4,000 subkeys for this. Now CLS ID. I can type it. It's slow, I must have hit it. No, I ended up on L. I think I can fix that. No, no. Software. I want to add a timeout feature too, so it doesn't expand something until like 1 second elapses. Then I could have done that. Type that. CL. Then it would have taken me straight there without trying to expand things on the way. See, I ended up on label. Classes label. Or classes C. Oh, that's better. Here. Okay, now I just right clicked on that. And nothing showed up. The reason I believe should be that it's filling it in. Yeah. With only a few values. And the amazing thing is that's still only one of the big ones. There are several, and that's another thing I'd like to indicate. See, now I'm sure that was 8,000. Something is 8,000 anyway. Maybe underneath here. Now, I just clicked on this. I think I did. Now I've closed it again. Once it's still. Okay. Alright, pause. Didn't take long actually. What's weird is that some of these things have no subkeys, and they all say something similar. App ID F4 U plug and play automation proxy. It wasn't that. It's triggers or something. Eventually, anyway. Yeah. No. Registrar. Maybe they've changed. Quarantine private SHD. It was triggers before. PNP endpoint. Now it's like they've all changed. Unless this isn't the one I was looking at before. BLB. I don't know what that is. Yeah, for the icons, this is totally different. It's not the same grouping. a really big key, I'd like to have a great big folder icon. Component-based servicing retry section. The last time I went through a group of things like this, the ones without subkeys were all to do with triggers and events. It might have been, now this one doesn't have any description, just an app ID. RPC message center, bits. I'm not sure if those, they're not coming from a DLL. VS software class, offline files. I wonder what this offline files is supposed to be. CLS ID home group listener notify. TSF state manager. I better stop this recording actually. Stop this and continue. Okay, now this always happens to me whenever I'm searching through. The other one is the other part of this video is encoded. Let's see the temperature. Temperature is pretty good, although the fan's going. I just wanted to point out this quickly. You see this? Empty value here. Now, I don't know if it really is empty or a string that has like several spaces. I might be doing a trim, but see, this is what would be an empty value for a default. Now, if you added a string whose name is blank, then that's supposed to go into the default area. So what's this no string entry doing here? Now, the strings are put into this list here unsorted. As you can see, A is coming. It's not alphabetically sorted. Right? They're just put in as I read them out by index from the key. This key, which has never been modified, has this strange value in it. Now, if it's never been modified, then if it's a mistake, it wasn't my mistake, it's always been there. If I modified this, suppose I change something. I don't know, it might be read only. Oh, it is read only. Now it's read only, and it's got that weirdo blank thing. Okay. Now I'm putting, these are read only. It was a long thing. I hope. I had a bug before where I couldn't scroll because instead of making this read only, I just disabled it. But disable is not the same as read only. Disabled means like if it's long and there's a horizontal scroll thing, you can't use it because everything is, all the children of the control are disabled as well. Or something, this might get rid of this breakpoint. Have one, no. It just fits. How lucky. I can make this thing small. Now I've lost my place. It'll be in my MRU data, I hope. Here. No. That's where we were. Where is it? Yeah. Am I clearing this out every time? Probably. Oh, no, it's 10K. What is it? The HID. Yeah, HID serve. Right. Okay. It is getting cleared out every time. When was the last write time? 10:40. Oh, I'm not writing it out anymore. That's why I turned it off. That's the 20. Anyway, I remember what it was. It's that thing I just disabled. Control set 3. Services, of which there are only a few. Only 431 services. And HID. Oh, this is the one to use. HID serve. HID service or server? That is the question. SVC seems to mean service. Anyway, I disabled it. The question is that going to force me? What's this failure actions one? I bet these failure actions might be the thing that causes me to have to revert to a previous version. Now, if this thing really is a service, it should show up in control panel, shouldn't it? Under services, human interface devices. But I don't want the multimedia. The problem with Microsoft is they bundle things together. Human interface, it's running now. Now, what if I stopped it? Let's see what depends on it. Doesn't depend on, but I'm going to turn it back to a 3 or whatever it was. It doesn't depend on anything, and nothing depends on it. Generic to HID devices. Predefined hot buttons. Is it only that? Because if it is, I don't want it. I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to stop this video. Now I got to figure out how to get back online. I got to go to this thing, which I hate. Yeah, I need where to put that. Something here. Online. Okay, there's my thing and my password if you want to see. Okay. Set up connection. Connect to internet. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to install Chrome. Oh no, I gotta be online for broadband. Oops. The only person this information would be of use to would be somebody who would have access to my service provider, which is called online. Now, what does this mean to use this? Maybe I should not click that. Allows anyone with access to this computer to use this connection. What about my other users? I haven't created any yet, so this is fine as it is. Oh, I gotta turn it on. Just turned it on. And it's gonna probably fail. Click this. This is red, and then this one will stop, and then it'll connect again. So it usually happens. And yeah, see, now if I do try again at this point, it should make it. There, see? There we go. I'm online. Skip the test. Skip. Alright, now you see that other one? Now what's going on? It's disconnected from here. Connect. Oh, I didn't remember my password. Where is it? Can't see it. It's behind one of these windows. It doesn't show up on the... There it is. Where's that other thing? Here. Where did it go? Okay, internet, and this is just gonna say public. I don't know. That's just my connection to the modem, I think. Now, I have no browser. I have to get a browser. I've done this a lot of times. Now I really do have to turn my phone on. What I'd like to do actually. PROC. Stop. Is that 20,000 events before I hit the stop button? It's really it's really going crazy. I gotta put some kind of filter in there. I'd like to get a trace file showing me. Well, actually, it's better to just look at this. Preview. Okay, now. Here's Chrome standalone setup. Sure. Running. Where's the trust level? Okay. Integrity. Bring it closer. High is that's just high is just administrator. System is anti-authority system. Can't see that. High. I don't think it does like Microsoft, and it doesn't require to do its thing anti-authority system access. I don't think. Unlike installing the compiler, which is, essentially a calculator. But it's not a calculator because it needs, for instance, this thing just to do the keyboard macros. Now, this thing can only be run as me, turns out. Low, high. Low. It doesn't even require hardly any access. But why so many of these bloody windows? Well, I don't have the command on. Where is it? Command line, where are you? Okay. Alright, none of these are like 4 pages of stuff, and they're all low. Access. There's nothing wrong with this setup, you can be sure of that. If I remember my password. You think it'll never ask me again? Okay. Now, this is good because it remembers all my settings and my favorites and everything. Somewhere. There's me. It should. Well, there, everything's come back. Although this is still in a funny writing. Now, see, I gotta sign in again. Oh, skip that page. No, it didn't. Now I gotta turn this off because I'm gonna be moving soon. I don't know how to do it. And it's not gonna... Is that the right number? 895-046. That's correct. Verify. Work. Okay, now I can upload this video.